What's up, everybody? It's your boy Legacy coming back with another Legacy Breakdown for you here today. Legacy Breakdown. Yes, I haven't done a Legacy Breakdown in a long time because obviously Ghost does not have theater mode. Legacy Breakdown is where I grab a competitive gameplay and I break it down for you guys. I am playing with my sister SU Eclipse and SU Toxic on a league play match, which this has been done yesterday. As you can tell, I am rocking the 115 new DLC that they released for Black Ops 2 a couple weeks ago. And let's get into it. I'm going to break it down for you. So, we're playing CTF on Slums. And here, one of my strategies on CTF really is on the bad side. You got to cap at least 1 or 2. You gain momentum. Even if you're losing, you gain momentum to the next side. And obviously, since the next side is more preferable, it's up. And when I mean up, I mean higher up above ground than the bad side, which is downhill. This is the most preferred side. And here watching Josie, SU Eclipse, my sister, obviously this is her game. She's the MVP of the game, and you guys will see why later. But let's get into it. So, right now, one of the things I hate about CTF is when we get into a standoff. And when I mean a standoff, not the map standoff, even though there's a map standoff, that's kind of weird, no pun intended. But when you get into a standstill where both teams have each other's flag and you're waiting and you're waiting, you wait on your players to go to each spawn, take them out, return the flag so you can cap. Usually I hate doing this. This is why I don't really cap flags. Usually I'm map control and I slay it out pretty much and capture a flag, because usually ends up like this. No lying, about 80% of the time when I go for a flag cap, I usually cap it the first time, about 80%. And that's an exact number, so yeah. Oh my god, 80%. Yes, I am an awesome flag capper, and I am really good at Blitz and Ghost right now. And that's just sneaking by, really capturing the flag. But in Black Ops 2, I was more of a Slayer, map control with an AR. And with that standstill, you have to really depend on your OBJs and your Slayers to really go to the other spawn and take out your enemy, returning the flag so you can cap it. It could take a long time. I think it was about like a minute or so. I was at a standstill waiting, and then obviously I got taken out. But right now, we're just focusing on getting that first cap, because once we get a cap, we're a little bit more comfortable on this map and on this side, because this side is obviously the most difficult side. And right now, we're just trading back and forth to try to capture a flag. We keep having to rotate because they end up touching our flag, and they cap their first one there. And when usually they cap the first one, you kind of like, oh, they capped the first one. Sometimes you gotta keep your players motivated even when they cap, to keep them thinking we're winning. This game is a really good example of what happens when you're down and out and you think you're out, but somehow you magically come back, and it's not really magic. But one of your teammates just goes huge and wins and saves the game for you guys. And here we're just getting dominated. That's all we're getting dominated. We're not slaying as much. I'm trying to slay as best as I can. Really, Toxic and Eclipse were OBJing. I was just slaying really, and just providing protection and AR support. That's really weird. I was OBJing Black Ops 2 submachine gun, and it took me this long to realize that I wasn't AR all this time. It took me to Ghost to realize I was AR. I played an AR role back in Black Ops, then came up to Black Ops 2 and wanted to play OBJ because I like doing the dirty work, getting down in the hard point, just wrecking people. But I was SMG, and it took me about 2 years to learn that I'm really AR, and I could have played a perfect anchor in hard point, even though we were looking for an anchor for a long time. And thanks to Wolf, who was no longer part of the competitive team, he was the anchor and could really slay with an SMG, and learn later he was more of a SMG OBJ. So roles kind of flip-flopped there and mixed up. And I know you guys are like, what? Wolf isn't with us. I'll explain in another video what went on, but it's a long story, and we're here to break down this gameplay. So let's continue breaking it down for you guys. So we move into the second round. Obviously, our thoughts are, what are we going to do to combat this? Now, they got one cap. Usually, if you're playing a novice team, they would play a little bit more defense. And not even if they're novices, just they would play a little bit more reserved, because they got one flag cap and they really don't need a OE or overextend to capture another one. Usually, you play a little bit more defense. Usually, if we get up 2-3 flags over them, it's turning defense, holding map control. If you turtle too much, that's also a bad thing. If you push too much back in your spawn, you really making it short and playing your space short, so they're gaining most control of the map. And as soon as they stun, concussion, push up, take you out, they can take you out pretty much and have a free run. And if they have a guy sitting on top fountain in slums, they have map control. So remember, never turtle. This also plays out good in Blitz Ghost. When you're playing Blitz, do not turtle ever. You always want to hold map control. It's best for your team and best for you. Excuse me. So we're down and out. Well, not down and out, but we're feeling down right now. 0-2, and they're completely dominating. Still choppers. Streaks are coming in. We haven't had one all game. And it's kind of difficult because, you know, when you're working with US Slang and then your fourth, he's a Slayer, but you don't have contact with him. You're working with your two OBJs. OBJs are only supposed to play objective work. You know, if a OBJ can slay, that's good, but in reality, they're supposed to risk their KD and their lives, really, video game lives or Call of Duty lives or whatever you could say. This is not anything else where it's like you got a number of lives, but risk your life to win the game and capture the objective, even if that means costing you streaks and you're saving up. Happened to me many times in the OBJ role. So right now we're kind of at a standstill. We have to capture the flag to get Josie to cap it, and you know, I'm trying to stun over and really just provide AR support. I think they end up returning the flag, which makes it difficult for us because again, that just brings it down and they cap our flag for the third time. Right now we're starting to feel that the game is over. I mean, I'm gonna tell you the truth, I thought it was over. They're bringing in streaks and everything, and we're not able to break the defense to capture a flag. But the game is not over yet. And one thing my sister kept was our confidence boost. She was really just, you know, being our cheerleader and keeping us level-headed to try to continue to win this game. You know, that fight in Blue House, thank God Josie had better gun skill to capture that flag. And like I said, I'm here just trying to provide AR support, and with this, you know, that was our lucky break right there. Stopping the flag, getting return, and then killing that guy who tried to go forward. Stopping him was good to get the return. I would have just returned if that was necessary because, like I said, I've been playing OBJ role all this time. And right now we're thinking we got a couple minutes left in the game. We got to figure out what we're gonna do and how we're gonna combat this. Like I said, we got almost not even 2 minutes, and you know, Slang right here, I'm holding map control. Right here, this is what you do. You hold map with the AR, and once you hold map, that's it. It pretty much goes in any competitive game type. You hold map, except hardpoint. Everything else, you hold map, really domination. Same thing in Ghost and Blitz. You got to hold map control. If you hold map control, you control the pace of the game. Not only that, you control who traffics through each side. If you have good map control, who traffics through each side. So, you know, Josie gets her AGR, which is a good turning point in the game. She was building streaks and was slaying pretty well and capturing. That's why she was able to save. And we're about 50 seconds, so you know, we're here panicking a little bit because the game is almost over and we have to capture 2, and we have less than a minute to do so. You know, I whip out a Scorpion. I say, you know what, YOLO, we're gonna have to pull out what we can to try to get this cap and come back. And here, this was a perfect push. Random, I guess, read our minds and read our play perfectly to help out here. And like I said, when I cap and I'm upset and I go for the cap, I usually get it 80% of the times first try. So we got 20 seconds left, and really, you know, I'm thinking, you know what, we can't cap it. You know, we can only get 2 to tie, but Josie is like, you know what, I'm going to try to get 1 more, and we could do this, And to tell the truth, I think we were down and out. I think it was over for, and Josie had that courage to try to go for that flag. And if it wasn't for Javier saving Josie and getting that flag stop at Grave, Josie wouldn't have capped it. And Josie made that comeback of a lifetime, a gameplay that really I didn't see it coming. And if it wasn't for Javier to stop the flag, we wouldn't have been able to do it because the guy would have got all the way to his spawn and it would have been a standstill. So we went overtime, and that was a perfect game changer. I think I could see that game over and over plenty of times for that comeback. And now my strategy is, you know, everybody use SMGs, get aggressive, and try to get for the fastest cap you can. That guy pretty much plowed us through. But we have 4 minutes to work with, and really it's just who can cap it the fastest or defend your cap. And if you cap it, defend it all you can until time runs out. We're just rushing to get the flag. That's the only strategy we're pushing for, because the faster we cap it, like I said, the harder it'd be for them to try to counter cap faster than we capped. the first time. So we're pushing up, and I got the flag. Like I said, I'm getting aggressive. You see me here just pull out the SMG and just go ham, and this is all I got. I'm going for that cap no matter what, and we're going to stop it to try to get it as fast as we can. Smoke comes down, and we're able to get that flag. Perfect. I think it was 59 seconds, less than a minute to go, and they had a counter cap. We had this. I figured all we got to do is play defense, and we capped on the bad side, meaning we have good side next, higher ground, better cover. So, you know, we're pretty much set. I knew we won it from here, and this was it. It was going to happen this way. And I think they lost their guy in overtime side round 1. So all we got to do is play defense. That's all we're doing is playing D here. And really, I'm just playing back to make sure that if they're going to come from laundry or blue, I can hold it down. Javier has garage, and Josie's just laying it up right here in grave. And she's going to pretty much just lay it up for the rest of the map, you know, keeping control and helping us secure the win. This was a perfect game, the best comeback I've seen in a long time. And to use Josie, I didn't think my sister was great and competitive. She's an amazing sniper, but she's showing that she has skills with red guns and in competitive. So great job, Josie. This was your game. Your MVP definitely helped bring it back and win us the game. So everybody, I hope you enjoyed this legacy breakdown that I haven't brought in a long time, and I will continue bringing it because I still love Black Ops 2. It's still my favorite game of all time. So everybody, this has been your boy Legacy. Like, share, subscribe. Peace out.